Good evening, lovely spirits. It's the wise servant here, Mr. Solace. I greet in the sound of the rising sun, peace and wisdom. Now this evening I want to do this video for you guys discussing how to rid your space of negative energies or bad energies. And I know in today times you hear a lot of talk like this. Some people may burn incense, sage, different oils to rid their space of certain energies that they may not want. So to give you an example, you may go to someone's house and they may be burning sage or incense or certain oils. And they may tell you, I'm doing this to clear the air of the bad energies or negative energies. Maybe they've had a visitor and they felt like their energies were not right. And many of us have heard this in today times. And it's a very deep thing I want you to grasp. Many of you may have or feel as if you have negative energies or bad energies around you, surrounding you, or in your home. And you may have a yearning to indulge into this and say, man, I'm going to get me some oils or some sage and give that a try. It's a very deep thing I want you guys to grasp. Now, you do have people that burn oils, burn incense and sage and things like this just to clear the air of unwanted smells, like if they're smoking marijuana or something. So I'm not speaking of that, but you have those that do it for that reason. And then you have those that are more in tune with the spiritual aspect of life. They're more in tune with wisdom, so to say. And they look at things in a more in-depth. They look at things with more understanding, so to say. So I'm speaking of these people. They may burn incense, sage, different oils to clear the space, their environment. I have something in my eyes. It's annoying me. But, someone on a higher frequency of understanding, they may burn oils, sages, or incense to clear the space of negative or bad energies. Now, when we're talking about energies, some people just, regurgitate what they hear that they like. So they may not look at it in depth. But when you're speaking of energies, there's only one type of energies. And that is the energy that is within all living beings. Some people call it a spirit. Some people may call it the life force. But all energies, which are emotions as well, but all energies, no matter what kind of energy you're speaking of, or you feel as though you're speaking of, all energies are associated with the spirit. You have spirits in body, you have spirits out of body. When people speak of attracting negative or positive energy, whether they know it or not, they are speaking of spirits that are no longer in body. So it's a very deep thing. I wanted to put that out there before I go in depth in this video. Give me a second. So now, you burn your sage, your incense, different oils, and you do this to clear the space of negative or bad energies. And I want everyone to grasp this. I guess when people do this, they believe that good smells, strong smells, because when you're dealing with incense, sage, oils, this pushes out a strong fragrance, a sweet smelling fragrance. So I'm assuming people that do this, they believe that good smells will attract good spirits or good energies, or it will make bad energies flee. And it's a weird thing because I want you guys to grasp. Negative spirits are energies. Bad spirits are energies. They would be attracted to good, sweet smelling fragrance. Grasp. Why wouldn't they? So we have to understand when you do these kind of things thinking that you're clearing your space of negative energies, what you're truly doing is attracting. Sweet smelling fragrance is attracting. It is welcoming. It is not a bias to good or bad, but good and bad are all attracted to sweet smelling fragrance. So when you do this, you attract all kinds of energies to your space. And it's a very deep thing I want you guys to grasp. Things are more in depth than we view them in today's times. Many people teach things, and they teach it in truth how they were taught. But they never question where did this truth come from its beginnings. And it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Incense burning, sage burning, oil burnings, to push out the sweet fragrance. In its beginnings, this was associated with what we would call in today voodoo or summoning spirits. So a person in the past, this all started with attracting certain spirits, just like in the physical. You light sweet smelling candles and things like this to attract, a good smell in your house. This thing will attract others, just like, a good home cooked meal will attract people like, that smell good. Bad people and good people. So you have to grasp when you're dealing with the spiritual, it's the same. A good sweet smell's gonna attract anything, good or bad. And when we do these things, we don't know that, in ancient times, this is how they summoned or attracted certain spirits. So these things were done before rituals for the purposes of attracting certain energies. And this was done with understanding. So if you deal with voodoo, certain lower are spirits, because when you're dealing with voodoo, each spirit has a certain thing it likes, certain food, certain fragrance. So when I say this all stems back to what we would call voodoo, or, summoning spirits, that's what I'm saying. When you're dealing with voodoo and summoning spirits and things like this, you have to bring to the offering what they like, whether it be honey and chicken's blood and this sweet smell. But these sweet smelling fragrances and things like this all had to do with attracting spirits. And in today's times, we just commonly do things. So it's a deep thing how things take a turn. But, that's why things are so crazy today. Now, I want to go into stones and rock meditation. Because you have certain people that they get precious stones and things like this, and they use this to meditate. And they'll have their sage or incense or oil burning. And they're just simply trying to meditate and bring themselves to a peaceful place. And many people don't even realize when they indulge into this what they're doing. They're doing the ancient sciences of summoning spirits, attracting spirits. Attracting spirits, that's like the sage, incense, and oils. When you get to the rocks and stones and you add that into the equation, this is more like summoning the spirits unto self. More than just bringing them into the space, but summoning them to come into self. And it's a very deep thing people in today's times do not grasp. We get caught up into all this conscious, I'm awoke talk, and then we indulge into things with no true understandings of the history of things. And it's a deep thing. When you're dealing with stones and rocks, this is dealing with the physical body of all living things you see. So the people you see walking around now, when they die, over thousands of years, their body will fossilize or rock up. And all the rocks and precious stones you see around you, that's what these things are. The body or the body parts of those that were here in the past. The carbon within the liver, compress and, dry out and turn into a precious stone, like a diamond or a ruby. And the body turn into a rock and, start to break apart after thousands of years, and you get different sized stones. But when you have these stones and rocks and people are doing these certain meditations and things like this, it's a deep thing. You're attracting spirits, energies, good and bad. And men in today's times don't even realize this. It's a deep thing. This is why people do not have that peace within self. We do things to, it's a deep thing I want you to grasp. A person will light incense, oils, and things like this to rid their space of that negative energy. And then it'll almost be like addictive. Meaning you will always see this person doing that. Grasp that. A person begins to indulge into burning incense and oils and sage to rid their space of negative energy. And then if you observe that person, you will notice that will become a part of their normal regimen. They will seem to do this every day or twice a week or frequently. They will do it frequently. And no one ever wonders why. And it's because they've attracted what they were trying to rid the space of. So now, you get my point? Repeatedly done. So they're repeatedly doing it because they feel like, oh, the space is, I'm trying to keep the space clear. The space is already full now. And you just attracting more and more. And it's a deep thing. A lot of people don't realize when you're dealing with the life and you want to rid yourself of certain energies, bad energies, good energies, not good energies, but bad energies or bad spirits, negative energies. If you want to rid yourself of this, all you need is fresh air, fresh water. That's how you rid your space of negative energies. I want people to truly grasp that. We get lost into, we get so lost we don't realize the difference between pure and tainted. Fresh air is pure. The incense and all these things, this is sweet smelling fragrance. It's going to attract. Pureness is not going to attract. No one's going to follow anyone around because they smell like air. But a woman or a man will be followed around because he smells like sweet smelling fragrance. And we don't realize in the fragrance is the taint. And the air is pure. You want to rid your home or your space of negative energies? Get fresh air flowing through there in an abundance. Get fresh water. Mop the floors, the walls, whatever, but get fresh water. Wash your body if you feel like, oh, I got negative energies on me. Wash your body in fresh, pure, clean water. No soap and all that extra stuff, but just soak in just pure water. No oil added, no bubbles added, no sweet smelling this added or that added, but purity. We got to remember the difference between purity and tainted. If you're trying to rid yourself of something, whether it be energies or whatever, start with pure. Because once you get past that, you're going to be attracting. Once you get past that, you're going to be attracting what you want to rid yourself of. So it's a deep thing. We get real lost. The good in life is free, but it's plain. It's pure. Pure is plain. So y'all don't grasp. You say fresh air. That's regular. That's how you clear your space with fresh air and fresh water. It's the same with your body, the interior of it. If you want to detox your body out, you got all these detox pills, you got this fruit diet, this, that. Here's truth. If you want to detox your body, do not eat for a day or two and drink nothing but water and stay somewhere where you can get fresh air. This is how you detox your body out in one day. Grasp. We eat food. This builds up carbon, which is dirty air. So this is why you exhale. So, you eat all throughout the day. Every day you eat. And you get carbon built up within you. So you fart, burp, breathe the carbon out. Grasp. But you never stop taking in the carbon because you're always eating still every day. So the body never gets a chance to just go not carbon free, but excess carbon free just for a day. Never really gets that chance. So this is what I mean. It all has to do with that. It's a simple thing. If you want to detox your interior, go somewhere where you can get fresh air for a whole day straight. I don't mean in your house air. That's not fresh air. But outside air. Fresh air. Drink water all day. And don't eat anything. Therefore, the carbon that you're breathing out and farting and burping will all be pushed out. So the carbon's coming from the food. Once the food is all shitted out and burped out and pissed out and pushed out, you detox. The problem is we eat 3 times a day at least. So you never kind of get to that point where you're just carbon free, so to say, or excess carbon free. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. If any of you guys out there, a lot of times we reach for things because it sounds good, but pure is here for a reason. All you need is water, fresh air, and don't put nothing in your system for a day or two. Cleanse yourself right on out. It's just like I said, once a week people need to do that. I did a video explaining to people at least once every week or at least once every month if you have to start that way. Take a day without eating. At least once a week a person should fast for a whole day. You never give your body a chance to just rejuvenate, reboot, so to say. It's always working, breaking up food. So it's a deep thing we have to grasp. But when you're dealing with negative energies and bad energies, things like this, and someone may tell you, oh, light this incense or light this sage or this candle, if you burn it, it will attract money or good energies, and you hear these type of things, the root of these things is voodoo. If you think I'm lying to you, look up voodoo. Now, a lot of these candle burnings and sage lighting and all this stuff, it's incorporated into other beliefs and faiths of today. But we all know voodoo predates a lot of the things you see today. So you have all these different conscious communities, so to say. And a lot of these things is incorporated in these things. So you see like candles, people be selling candles and different oils and this thing or that thing. Not realizing the root of where this comes from. And that all had to do with attracting in spirits, not pushing them out. So you see how we are in today's times, we have things completely reversed. Now, if you are familiar with voodoo or sangria or something like that, you in your mind, you like, no, he's right. We do burn the candles in certain things to attract certain deities, not to push them away. They're already away. So it's a deep thing. A normal person in today's times that doesn't have any knowledge on anything and they're being brought into one of these new conscious communities, so to say, they'll fall into these type of things not knowing. They don't know anything about voodoo or sangria or any of this. All they know is what they're learning right now. And the beginnings of this is a deep thing because you have people teaching these things and they don't know the beginnings of it either, to even inform you. So it's a deep thing, and pride and ego is a deep thing. You know, a person will lead you down the wrong path and find out later, damn, that was the wrong path. But telling you that, is a hard thing. So it's deep. A lot of people get led down the wrong path by people that go the right path themselves. A man will lead you down the wrong path and find truth, and he just don't have he don't have what it takes to tell you, like, man, I was wrong all this time. So he just leaves you, and he knows the truth and he goes the true way, but you kind of on a course he set, and his pride won't let him tell you. And a lot of people in today times is in these situations. But everyone has to get in tune with self and get in tune with the life. That's the whole point. Or you can be misled by anything. It's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp, but you deal with the pure things. Fresh air, fresh water. This is all one needs to clear their space. And if you feel like you need to clear your interior, fresh air, water as well. Don't add anything else. So it's a deep thing. You open your windows up. All in the house. Open the front door. If you live in an apartment building, leave out. Because you ain't going to be a little different for you. But you know, you leave out and go get fresh air within your system, you know, and some water. Cleanse yourself. Take a bath with just water. Nothing added. And you know, you clear your space that way. You clear yourself that way. It's a simple, deep thing, you know. It's so cold-blooded, you know, with the wisdom, you know. It's so simple and pure, but so much added on to it. This is why people get confused. So it's a deep thing. If you teach this kind of stuff, or you're into these type of things, I'm not here to throw shade at you in any way. I'm just here to provide truth. I mean, I'm not here to knock what you do, but, you know, I'm sure you don't want to attract these energies to yourself. So it's a deep thing. It's like I said, a lot of people are involved in things they truly don't know. A lot of times you have other teachers teaching things and they truly don't know. When they hear me say things that go against their teachings, they take offense, not realizing, like, hold on, if he's right, I'm bringing harm to myself. This is deeper than my ego, or, you know? So you may be into healing people and these type of things, and you like, I burn candles and sage, and this is what I teach, and I sell these things, or whatever the case may be. Not realizing if this is what you're selling and pushing out to others, it's all on you. If you just take a moment to think, man, when I'm burning this sage and these candles and things, how do I really, because a lot of people are not in tune with self. We speak this way, but truly being in tune with self, most people are not. Now, the people that do this, burn sage and things like that, if they take a moment to really see how they feel within, it's all chaotic. It's all over the place. They have that need. They always feel like it's bad, negative spirits around them. Because this is what they've attracted upon themselves. So this is all they know how to speak and relate to others. So it's a deep thing. A lot of y'all are being healed. Meaning you trying to heal yourself of negative spirits and heal your spirits, and you getting the opposite. It's a deep, cold-blooded thing, but it's like I said, you got to get understanding of self. Stop following. It's like the Bible, and you got all types of sayings, but you know, narrow is the path and wide is the gate to destruction. This is what these type of things mean. Y'all get lost into what's popular. All things that's popular is usually detrimental to yourself. So it's kind of a simple thing, but you just have to be aware. Be careful when y'all playing with the sage, incense, and different things like this. Know what you're doing. Know you are always attracting. And if you're not familiar with the beginnings of this wisdom, you ain't going to know what you attracting. So it's a deep thing. If all you trying to do is rid your space of negative energies or bad energies, fresh air. Get you some fresh water. Not pine soling, but just fresh water, and mop around. You know, with the windows open, getting the fresh air. do things like that, you know. But as far as lighting fragrance and, you know, incense, oils, things like this, you're just going to attract what you're trying to rid yourself of. Because it's like I said, even good, whether good or bad, all is attracted to good, sweet smelling fragrance. So whoever came up with that thing, like, oh, if you burn this thing or that thing, it will rid the space of negative energies. It's almost to say that negative energies only like bad smells. Bad people only like bad smells. No. Nobody likes bad smells. Everybody likes good smells, but that don't have nothing to do with who's good or bad. We just all have that in common. And you know, when you do these things, that's what you attract. All types of different energies. But it is what it is. It's the wise servant here, Mr. Solace. I'm about to kick back today and relax and watch this movie 2049. And just kick back and relax. Probably eat me some fish. I'm in good, humble spirits, you know. Had a pretty good day. I rested today, you know. I rarely get time to rest, you know. My mind is always taking in, you know, a lot of energy. When I sit still in that meditative state that I be in, it's a lot of work. You know, my head starts hurting after a while. So it's like my brain is just working so hard after I sit in meditation, so to say, for an hour or two. You know, my head be not hurting like I have a headache, but just strained. Like, it's a deep thing. But yesterday I got a nice little rest. Well, yesterday I did a lot, but my brain got the rest, you know, because like I said, I'm always pulling in. So my brain is always working. And, you know, it's a deep thing, but today I'm going to relax and chill. I may do one more video for you guys, breaking down humility, called Humble Pie. Very deep, too, you know, very deep. It's not a video about me or my ego or anything like that, but just, you know, something I want to show you guys with ego, because, you know, we get lost and the life guides us and shows us everything we need to know, and we kind of get knocked out of tune with it. Therefore, things like our pride and ego getting hurt, you know, this makes us upset instead of us actually realizing, you know, that's just the life guiding you. You need to humble out a little bit. You're getting too full of self, or whatever the case may be. But the life is like mama, so it gives you what you need. And, you know, we ignore certain things, and we let anger replace certain things. But I may do that video for you guys and then kick back for the rest of the day. But in any event, stay in good spirits. As always, thank you to all of you guys that's starting to come around and pay your monthly $5 give and receive dues. You know, that's very important. That's what life is all about, you know, the flow of giving. And it's a deep thing, but in any event, thanks guys, and peace and wisdom.